put it down today. This is cooking with the Jacobs. We're about to put it down on some crawfish cornbread dressing. Right now, I'm finna just get the cornbread together. I got like 2 packs of crawfish tails. I'm gonna put onions, bell peppers, green onions, garlic, and of course, season it up with some Tony Satchery and stuff like that. But right now, I'm about to go ahead on get the cornbread taken care of. I'm not making it from scratch, so however you make your cornbread, it's on you. Whatever kind you use is on you. But I'm putting it down with Jiffy over here. And this is just the way that I'm about to do this is the way that my mama showed me how to do it. It's a quick, easy way because there are different ways to make this. So give me a minute. I'm about to mix this up and I'll show you what's up. Sorry, pretty much what I did was follow the instructions on the box of cornbread. For those who don't know how to cook cornbread, just follow the instructions. They right there on the side of the box. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Follow it to the T. You know what I'm saying? That's what it look like after it's mixed up. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. I'm about to butter this thing up before I pour it in, and we'll be coming back to drop it in the oven. All right. All right, folks, so this is what it looked like. I, went on, buttered up my pan, and, you pour your cornbread mix up in that thing, and just let it, you even it out, you know what I'm saying? And we just gonna follow the instructions on how to cook it, and we'll be back with the next process because I'm about to, get my vegetables and things chopped up, and I'm gonna show you what I do with them things too. All right now. All right, people, we are back. Now I just got through chopping up my onions, green onions, and bell peppers for this crawfish cornbread dressing that I'm putting down. I'm gonna puree this, and once I get that done, we'll be waiting on the cornbread to cook. Now, once the cornbread is cooked, we're gonna add a can of cream of celery, a can of cream of mushroom. Depending on how big of a pan you make it, you may have to put 2 and 2 instead of 2 cans of mushrooms, 2 cans of the cream of the celery. Depending on how big of a pan you're making, I'm gonna see how mine's gonna look after I just put 1 and 1, because I'm gonna puree this up. This is gonna come out pretty much liquefied. And with the cornbread, you're gonna use the crawfish tails with the juice from the crawfish tails. You're gonna use all of that in there, and that should give it, its consistency of not being too dry and all that other good stuff. But I'll be back. Just keep on checking it out. This is a crawfish cornbread dressing, cooking with the Jacobs. Hold it down. All right, folks, this is my little processor, puree processor, whatever you call it, chopper. We're gonna chop these vegetables up. This is the consistency that I'm looking for. That's why I say you're gonna chop this thing up to where it's almost liquefied. I'm gonna run it one more time. I need to make sure it got the other big clumps. I need to make sure it got it all. All right. Now, this is what we going for right here. All right. We'll be back. All right, folks. This is the end process of processing green onions, bell peppers. I went on and threw some garlic in there, and I put like 2 jalapenos in there, just to put a little jalapeno in there. I didn't want to go too spicy, but you can add whatever little type of, vegetable and that you want to add up in there. When you want to get fried, do some broccoli or some, zucchini and all that other good stuff, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But this is the process on how it was shown to me on how to make it. We'll be back once the cornbread is ready, and I'll mix everything up for you. All right, folks, we got the cornbread ready. Now, you can mix this up and cook it in the same dish, or you can crumble the cornbread up and you can put it in a whole nother pan. But we're gonna use the same dish. These are the crawfish tails. I got 2 packs. You notice they say they from the U.S. Depending on where you live at, I don't know if you can get some Louisiana crawfish or crawfish from around your area, but this is what we put it down with. I don't really mess with the product from China unless I just don't have no choice. All right, I'll be back. All right, people, what's up? We back on the scene. We about to crush up this cornbread right quick. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna do to it. It's an easy process. The longest part is just cutting up vegetables and cooking the cornbread. But we're gonna go ahead on. I got me another little pan to go ahead on and dump it in. We're gonna go ahead on and use the other pan, but you know, we gotta get this thing chopped up pretty good, you know, because we're going to mix it in. I got some other stuff I need to go on and dump up in this thing. So, this is what the deal is. Now, give me a minute. I'm going to transfer this thing to another pan, and we'll continue to go from there. Alright. Alright, people, we back. We about to go ahead on and get this thing mixed up. Got your crawfish tails. We're about to drop that on up in there. You know what I'm saying? Go on, drop that in there. Juice and all. If you got juice in it, go on, put it all in there. I did 2 boxes of cornbread, so this is like 2 packs of crawfish tails, straight from Louisiana. Depending on where you at, you may not be able to get no Louisiana, but you might just want to get whatever the local pre-cooked crawfish tails that they have over there in your area, depending on where you at. All right, next. This is my green onions, bell peppers, and onions that I pureed. We're gonna drop all of it in now. You know what I'm saying? Gonna put it all in now. And next, I got a can of cream of celery that we're gonna drop up in here. We're gonna put the whole thing. Drop that up in there, you know, down with Campbell's over here, you know what I'm saying, just depending on what y'all like. And then we're gonna do the cream of mushrooms. Gonna drop some of that in there. All out. All right. All right. Next thing is go ahead on and sprinkle some of this Tony Satchery and that thing. Whatever y'all got around there, we're gonna put some of that in here too. All right. Here we go. That should be good. A little bit of this oregano. Put some oregano in there. You know, you gotta have your herbs and spices. And I got some Italian seasoning. We're gonna put some of that in there. That's good. And I'm gonna put some garlic powder. All right, that should be good. And a little bit of this onion powder. That should be good. And put a little bit of cayenne, not too much. Put a little something in there. You know, some folks can't handle the seasoning. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle it. And the next thing is just to stir it all up. So we're gonna stir this thing up. Just take your time with it and just get it all mixed in real good. You know, we ain't in no rush. You know, you wanna make sure it's right. You want everything to be mixed in together. You know, the seasonings, the onions and bell peppers, and the cream of mushroom, and the cream of celery. You want all this to be consistent and mixed in real good. I might have to add a little something, a little more cream of celery and mushrooms in here, because you don't want it to be dry. You know, you want it to have a little moisture to it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna continue to mix this thing in. We're gonna work it in. And if you decide that you want to use more crawfish tails than what I've used, you can. You know, it's up to your discretion on that. You know, you want to be live and put you some shrimps, some scrimps in that thing. It's up to you. You know, you want to drop you some oysters in that thing or whatever.
You have to cook them first?
It's up to you. I would get smoked oysters if I was to use oysters. Otherwise, yeah, shrimp, pre-cook the shrimp, pre-cook the oysters, of course. But we are going to let this stuff cook and pretty much heat up the temperature. Once it heat up the temperature, it should be straight. The main thing is just to make sure you got it all mixed in. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, people, we back. I turned around and had to go on and put like a half a can of cream of mushroom and cream of celery up in there to get it looking how it's looking now. You know, it's moist. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead on and just even it out and put it in the oven uncovered. And we're gonna let it cook. I got the oven on 400. So we're gonna let it roll with the 400, and we're gonna let it cook till it get golden brown on the top. Then I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna stir it up again, and then I'm gonna put it back in the oven and let it cook till it get golden brown on the top, and that should be it. You know what I'm saying? Cooking with the Jacobs. We'll be back. All right, what's up, folks? We back on the scene. I don't let it roll for about, I think it's been rolling for about 15 or 20 minutes. You see it's like a little, you know how it's a little brown around the edges. So we're gonna just stir it up and we're gonna drop it back in. See, we got that heat coming from there. So it's doing just what I needed to do. We need to see some heat, see it get up the temperature, let stuff you know, blend in, the seasonings blend in. And we're gonna put it back in there. I guess another 20 to 30 minutes, and this thing will be ready to go. All right, people. All right, what's up, folks? This is the finished product on this crawfish cornbread dressing. This is what we got going down. You know what I'm saying? Good little holiday special. Shoot, you know, we're gonna get our eat on. Yeah, check it out. This is it. Peace.